You don't have to have a gym membership to get a good workout on a daily basis. What's up, my friend? David Moss Jr. here, and this might be the goofiest video that I've ever made, but I think it's gonna be one of the most helpful videos that I've ever made. You see, I've had a lot of meaningful in-person conversations with people lately who are living a sedentary life, and they see this active lifestyle, and they see their kids getting older, and they may have grandkids that they wanna play with, but they have too much pain. And they're learning now that having a little bit of muscle and adding a little bit of resistance training to their daily life might help alleviate some of that pain. So in this video, I'm gonna show you some really easy, practical, and inexpensive ways to add resistance training to your daily life to help get you off the couch and have you enjoying life just a little bit more. Let's get into it. So the first thing we should talk about is, what am I wearing? This isn't a tank top. This is actually a weighted vest or a ruck vest. What you can do is you can actually get one of these for under 100 bucks on Amazon or livingfit.com or anywhere that you can buy athletic gear from. And they range from 5 pounds up to 55 and sometimes even more pounds than that. And you can get it to whatever fits you and wherever you're at in your lifestyle. But I like adding a weighted vest to my workouts and sometimes to just my standard day because it adds a little bit of weight on my shoulders. And when I add weight onto my shoulders, it makes my body have to stand up straight, and it makes my core have to engage, which theoretically is a little bit of a workout. So I like to add a weighted vest to just my standard day when I'm working around the house or when I'm walking around or working in the backyard. I also like to add a weighted vest to my workouts. Sometimes we'll wear these. I do a lot of CrossFit, but you don't have to have a gym membership to get a good workout on a daily basis. And a pretty typical use case for the weighted vest is gonna be to just throw it on and go for a walk. So you can just throw a weighted vest on and go for a walk around your neighborhood, do a light jog if you want to, or you can do a full-blown workout. But there's a lot of different ways you can add using a weighted vest to your normal standard day. Put it on when you're just cooking dinner. Throw it on when you're going to the grocery store. Sure, you might get some looks, but just get used to it. If you want to live a different life, you got to live a different life. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be a resistance band. Now, they have a lot of different bands. They've got the shorter bands, thicker bands that go around your legs, but I like these longer bands. These longer bands are cool because you can use them in so many different ways. Similar to the vest, there's a lot of customization. You can get bands that range from almost no resistance to bands that you can't even barely budge. So depending on where you're at in your fitness or in your lifestyle, you can get a band basically at any resistance level that's going to work for you. And the cool thing about these is there's so many different ways to use them. What I like to do is literally just grab them and do some different pulls because it stretches out and even warms up and even lubricates my shoulders, my chest, my back. You can even do different things like put it around your neck. It's gonna seem a little crazy. Step on it and do something called a banded good morning, which is where you're gonna get some resistance, and I like to use my hands too, so it's not gonna pull your neck down. Get it in a nice comfortable position, do some banded good mornings. You can do some shoulder presses. There's a lot of different exercises that you can do with just a band, and these are super inexpensive and super effective because you get resistance from the second you pull all the way through. You don't have to go buy a big old Bowflex or anything like that to get full resistance. Just go purchase some cheap bands. You'll be glad that you did. Now, if you're watching this and you're an avid CrossFitter, gym rat, somebody who's absolutely buff, it's probably not gonna be a great video for you, but share this with your parents, share this with an older friend, or share this with somebody who's out of shape completely and is asking you every day, hey man, how do I get started? There's a lot of ways to get started, but that's the hardest part. And I feel like so many people struggle with getting started because it's like, I don't know, what's a good analogy for this? A train. A train is a heavy thing. And when it's stopped, it takes a little bit of work for that thing to get going. But once it gets going, it gets past that breaking point, it's gonna start to generate a little bit of momentum and speed. And once it's moving, it's really hard to stop. It takes a little while for it to stop. So I wanna encourage you to encourage somebody else. Send this video to somebody who you think, hey, this is a great starting point for them. Grab a weighted vest. Purchase them one for their birthday. These aren't expensive items. Everything I'm going over here is under 100 bucks. Now, obviously you can make them more expensive depending on the weight, and that's kind of the determining factor of the cost of all of these items. And you can get most of these, actually all of these, on Amazon or different websites. I'll have some links down below. Feel free to use those, or just shop wherever you want to, because I really don't care. I just want to see people living a better life, and I know that adding things like this to their standard, typical, habitual daily life will improve their life. But if you're super fit, this probably isn't going to be the video for you, but I have a ton of amazing videos on my channel. I encourage you to go check them out. Make sure you subscribe. There's a ton of content in the pipeline that's coming soon. I got a couple different topics that I think is going to interest you. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, and let's keep going. And that leads me to the next thing. Now, this is gonna seem so silly, but I promise it's super effective, and I love adding this to my daily walks and rucks. I'm about to take my daughter to the trail, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I think this is gonna be helpful for somebody. The next thing, ankle weights. Yeah, ankle weights. You're gonna throw these on your ankles. Now, this is a 12 pound and another 12 pound ankle weight, pretty heavy. They have a lot of lighter ones and they have some that are even heavier. The heavier you go, the weirder it is. You're gonna have to wear some high top boots, something like that, because when you go a little bit heavier, you can only go so tight around your ankle before it's uncomfortable, and it likes to kind of drag your heel off, at least for me. Be a little cautious when you're purchasing one of these. Get something that's really, really soft and really comfortable. Read the reviews before you buy them. Like I said, this is the one that I've been using for years. I absolutely love them. But ankle weights are pretty cool. You put them around your ankles and you walk. You can try to jog, you can try to run and sprint if you're a beast. But for me, I just like to throw ankle weights on when I'm going for a walk with my kids. My kids love going for walks. My dog loves to go for walks. So why not get a little extra exercise? And here's the craziest thing. When I go for a walk with nothing, my heart rate doesn't elevate like at all. And yours probably doesn't either. But when I walk with all this additional weight on, I can still walk. It's not like it's uncomfortable, but my heart rate typically gets somewhere around that zone 2. So I'm getting zone 2 cardio by walking. That's the beauty of all of this. Inexpensive equipment. You don't have to have a gym membership. You don't have to pay me for this information or anything. But just adding a little bit of weight to just your evening walks can be a great exercise and a great way to get started. Now, another great addition to your walks is grabbing some wrist weights. So these will actually just strap up around your wrist, and these are super light. These aren't heavy. They actually have heavier ones, but these are the ones that we have. They're nice, they're lightweight, they're comfortable. Plus my kids like to do what we do. So my kids see us adding these little weights to our wrists and our ankles. That's actually what we use these for. They're wrist weights, but they can also be ankle weights for your kids, and they're really comfortable and they don't slide off, and the kids get to feel like they're doing something that their parents are doing, if you're doing it. So that's another really cool thing. When you go on these evening walks with your kids, throw some weights on, grab a dumbbell, whatever. We're gonna get into all that stuff here in a second too. But your kids are gonna see you do it, and then it's gonna be a healthier lifestyle for your kids too. So it's a win-win for all. But these are pretty inexpensive and they work. Well, now that leads me to the last object that I think can be super beneficial for you, and that's gonna be a dumbbell, a kettlebell, or just anything of additional weight. Now for me, I really like kettlebells. This is a kettlebell. There's a lot of different variations of kettlebell, and there's a ton of different weights. What I love about kettlebells is not only are there entire full body workouts, and you can go check out YouTube and type in full body kettlebell workouts, and there's gonna be a ton of free workouts that you can do with just a kettlebell. But there's a lot of really cool things you can do just around your house without having to set aside time to work out. If you have a kettlebell of any different size, I like to get heavier kettlebells, because what I like to do is something called a single arm farmer's carry, which is where you literally just hold the kettlebell, like literally just hold it with your grip and walk. So that's something that's super fun to do. You can have 2 kettlebells, but having just one is cool because it actually engages your obliques and your core on the opposite side. For those of you who have pot bellies or dad bods like me, and you want to engage your core a little bit more, this is a great way to do it. Just have a kettlebell around where you're typically going to be traveling in your house or maybe your backyard. Pick it up, walk across the yard, switch arms, and walk back. Like, it's a cool way to just add some resistance training once again in your daily life. Another really cool workout, and Don Saladino has been talking a lot about this, is literally just taking that kettlebell, punching it straight in the air, and walking like this. I started doing this, and I gotta tell you, I have been sore in muscles that I didn't even know existed. You literally just hold the kettlebell above your head and just walk around until it hurts. And that's just another way to incorporate just some resistance training in your daily life. Have a kettlebell on hand, different weights, different sizes, and just walk around holding them. It's really cool. Maybe you don't want to go purchase a kettlebell, but you have some dumbbells around your house. You can do a lot of similar things that we've been talking about with just a dumbbell. Same thing, have a dumbbell, hold it in one arm, and just go for a walk. It's gonna engage your core, it's gonna engage your shoulder, it's gonna engage basically the entire sides of your body, because you're having to stay stable, and it's gonna force you into a better posture, which can help with back pain as well. Listen, there's so many different exercises you can do with a dumbbell, and you don't need a super heavy weight. Just go for more reps. When you're walking around the house, maybe grab a dumbbell or 2 and just do some curls as you're walking around your house. You would be surprised at how effective doing what we're talking about in this video every single day is going to be on your health, on your physique, and on your energy. When you have more muscle, your body is burning more energy, therefore you're gonna have a higher metabolic rate, and that means you're gonna have more energy throughout the day to be a dad, to be a mom, to be a grandparent, to be a friend, to just live your life better. And this stuff's not expensive. But maybe it is. Maybe spending $100 is super expensive. Here's the crazy thing. If you have a backpack, or maybe you have a duffel bag, or just anything, just go to the thrift store and spend 15 cents and buy a bag. Go to a river, get some rocks, fill that bag up with rocks, throw it on your back, and start walking around. You don't have to spend a bunch of money or have any of this equipment to actually get a good workout. Here's another idea. There's a bunch of construction sites right now, right? They all have broken cinder blocks, and they all have cinder blocks that they're not gonna use. Go ask one of the construction workers. This might be against the law in your state, so don't do this if it is, but go ask a construction worker for a cinder block that's not gonna be used. 1 or 2 cinder blocks. These cinder blocks weigh between 25 and 45 pounds. And yes, they're not super comfortable, but we're not talking about comfort here. We're talking about resistance training. We're talking about finding ways to incorporate getting a workout every day throughout your day of your normal habitual life. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to get a membership at a gym. You don't have to buy some online workout program. Literally just grab something of weight, hold it in your hand, and go for a walk. Or go for a jog, or go for a sprint, or go for a ruck up a hill. Just do something, but add some weight. Because when you add weight, that adds resistance. And when you add resistance, you have to get stronger. When you feel that little bit of pain, when there's resistance, that's your body getting stronger. So go grab some weights, grab a cinder block, grab some rocks, and start living a better life today. Hey, I hope this video had some value. I hope there was something here that either you can take or you can share with somebody, or once again, go gift somebody one of these things. It's been crazy lately. Instead of like buying goofy gifts that nobody needs, because we all have Amazon and we can all purchase anything we really need anytime we want to, I've been purchasing these goofy little things for people in my family and people in my life that I know absolutely need them. And you know what? The response has been really, really good. So there's a new Christmas or birthday idea. Once again, I appreciate you guys for watching. There's a lot of cool content coming down the pipe. I just felt like this would be something helpful for somebody. And if you're not familiar with my channel, my name is David Moss Jr. I'm a full-time content creator in the health and wellness space. I review a lot of really cool products. So if there's some product or trend in the health and wellness space that you really think you need to see a review on, post it down in the comments below and let me know so I can look into it. I'd love to review that product for you. And if this is your first video you've ever seen on my channel, make sure that you subscribe and stick around. I think you'll enjoy it. And to all my loyal viewers, thank you so much, guys. I love you. I absolutely do. I appreciate you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, share this video, do all the YouTube stuff, or don't. I don't care too much about all that stuff, but I like my videos to be able to be seen by more people, and per YouTube and the algorithm, if you've watched the video to this point, that's helpful. If you like the video, that's even more helpful. If you comment and it's something nice, that's always helpful. If you share it, that's better. And yeah, if you watch another video, actually I'm gonna put this video here. If you watch this video, YouTube really, really likes me. So make sure you click this one and watch this one next. I think you're gonna love it. YouTube thinks you're gonna love it, and I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.